got to talk about some of the villager homes in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, while it seems like some of the homes have certainly been improving, Tiana's house is definitely a step up from some of the previous home designs we've seen in game. Yet, some of the villagers seriously deserve a home makeover. So it got me thinking, if I could redesign villager homes, what would they look like? I've redesigned 3 villager interiors, and today I'm gonna show you their makeovers. The first villager that I think deserves a home makeover is Elsa. I mean, come on, the girl lives in a cave. She grew up in a palace, and now she's in a dark cave, sleeping on a table. She's got random old quest items in the corner. This woman was supposed to be queen, and this is how we've treated her? I mean, it's no wonder she stormed off and abandoned her kingdom. Elsa's been through a lot, and she deserves a home that is much better than what she currently has. So I think Elsa very clearly deserves a home redesign. Let's show her her new place. Welcome to Elsa's new home. For this build, I decided to use these showers. The back of them is this very cool tiled design. So I just put those all in the corner and made kind of like a fake partition just to kind of give the room some more interest. This isn't something that I've done in a lot of my builds, but this is something that I wanted to play around with for this home redesign. So I used 3 of these showers and just layered them in the corner, and they kind of added some interest to the rest of the room and helped me to be able to like section it off into different areas. Obviously, I stuck with a very Frozen inspired theme for Elsa, so I used this icy palace wallpaper on all of the walls, as well as this snowflake flooring, which I believe was from the Royal Winter Star Path, as well as this rug. So that was a nice addition to this kind of front living room area. I have this beautiful little couch for her, and then I had to include this little princess shelf here in Elsa's room. I just thought that was so darling. I wanted to make the home very cozy, so I did add in this beautiful fireplace here, and then above that we have a portrait of some of Elsa's favorite people, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff. Oh, and Sven is in the photo there as well. On her little coffee table in the living room, I've added a teapot and some hot chocolates ready for Anna to come over and visit her. And then across from the couch in this little living room area, I added this window. I think these windows are meant to look kind of like they've been weathered on a ship, but to me they also look like they've frosted up a bit as if it's cold outside. And there's also an E on the top, and the E is obviously for Elsa in this case. So that is Elsa's front little living room area. I think it's very cozy. Now across from that, I gave Elsa a little bit of a study area because I think she likes to spend a lot of time to herself. So I gave her this cool computer, some books to read, this adorable little snow globe, as well as some iced tea for her, of course. And then on the wall, I included these little childlike drawings, which I imagine maybe Olaf drew some artwork and Elsa proudly displayed it on her wall there. So I thought that was such a cute little touch there, and I think Elsa would be proud to display that on her walls. So in this corner, we're getting more into the bedroom area, and I decided to line the walls with these windows again, just to give the room a very frosty palace feel. I also included this gorgeous bookshelf just because I feel like Elsa spends a lot of time to herself and she would probably be an avid reader. Above her bed, I have the permafrost cloud just to add some frosty winter magic above her bed. Of course, I had to continue on with the Frozen theme and use the Frozen bed, and that is placed over this gorgeous winter rug. Across from Elsa's bed, I gave her a little getting ready area, so she has a little vanity equipped with a little blow dryer. She's got a little laundry basket in the back corner, and again, another mirror on that back wall, just because I felt like some of the Little Mermaid furniture collection actually works really well with the Frozen collection. I think that mirror on the wall kind of looks like it's all frosted up, and that was definitely the theme that I was going for Miss Elsa. So hopefully she enjoys her new pad. I think it's definitely an upgrade from her cave, and I think she'll will much prefer to sleep on an actual bed than be sleeping on a table, which is what I can only assume she's been doing. So yeah, here is Elsa's home redesign. I think she loves it. What do you guys think? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And let's go take a look at our next villager home redesign. The next villager is WallE. Now, WallE's current in-game home, I feel definitely suits his industrial robot personality, but there's more to WallE than that. He's definitely interested in gardening, and I think that we can redesign his home to be a lot more cozy for him. WallE is such a sweet little robot, and I feel like his home should reflect that, so it's time for a makeover. Welcome to WallE's reimagined home. I feel like he will be so much more comfortable in this house. His home is very industrial right now, and I feel like WallE just has such a loving spirit and would much prefer to be surrounded by greenery than very much like lots of metal things, which he currently has. So I feel like he would be a lot happier here. I went for more of like a greenhouse feel for WallE. I still wanted to give him lots of little areas where he could tinker around with plants or maybe experiment with little different projects. So like over here, I have a little bit of like a workbench area. He has this funky little sink and a little portrait of himself above that, as well as some WallE posters next to that as well. I feel like WallE is definitely a collector, so I gave him lots of little knickknacks. All of these apothecary shelves I felt like were perfect, and they also have tons of little plants and mushrooms growing on them too. So I feel like WallE would definitely feel at home being surrounded by all that. I lined the room with a lot more of these apothecary chests, and then on top of them I just placed all kinds of assorted plants. I feel like WallE would definitely love to wake up and see all these things. I don't even know if WallE sleeps actually, which is why I decided not to actually give him a bed. Honestly, I felt like there was not a bed in game that would suit this kind of room, so instead I gave him this little chair he can hang out in. I don't actually know if WallE likes to sleep, but I decided to give him a little area where he could cozy up here. There's plenty of bookshelves and plants throughout the room, lots of little jars and knickknacks and potions for him to play with. Of course, tons of gardening equipment, the little flower boxes. I really love this bathtub for WallE's house, so I decided to keep it, and then I added in a bunch of these green leaf rugs, which I thought were just perfect. He's got his little bike, a beautiful little tapestry there, again with more of that plant theme. Oh, I also included plenty of vines growing down from the ceiling. I thought WallE would appreciate. What do you think, WallE? Do you feel more at home in this place? I feel like he would. I think that it's a good mix of kind of like industrial, but also lots of plants, and gives it that environmental touch, which we know WallE loves, as he's very interested in gardening. I feel like he would be a lot more cozy and comfortable in this house. So hopefully he likes it. Let me know what you think of WallE's reimagined home, and let's check out our final villager. Lastly, the third villager whose home I've decided to redo is Minnie Mouse. Minnie's house is a little basic, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I am not a fan of these mint walls, and when I step inside Minnie's house, I feel like I wouldn't know that it's Minnie's house because it does not scream Minnie Mouse. Minnie is such a classic Disney character, and I feel like they did her dirty with this home design in the game. Minnie's house definitely needs a redesign, so let's show her her new place. I feel like the color palette in this redesign definitely screams Minnie Mouse more than her current house does. I feel like Minnie would love to host other villagers in her house, so I definitely wanted to give her an area to entertain. I made her this beautiful, gorgeous kitchen. Honestly, this is nicer than any of the kitchens I've built for myself in-game, so hopefully Minnie loves this. I displayed a bunch of her favorite sweet treats, like the Minnie's gingerbread cookies, as well as her cupcakes, some gorgeous little cakes over here as well. And then it looks like she's poured a few espressos for her guests already. Really stuck with the black and white theme theme through a lot of her kitchen, and then I added in tons of pops of red, a little bit of pink, and some yellow throughout her home as well. I wanted it to feel very cozy for her. She has a beautiful extension into her kitchen area here. These chairs that I've lined in front of the counter are actually Touch of Magic chairs, but I just left them all white. I actually didn't do any further design to them. I just wanted to have a really nice contrast with the white chairs against the black counters. She has some classic Minnie Mouse art across her walls, lots of polka dots wherever I could fit them in. I feel like her house is a bit of a mix of very classic but also modern, because she's a traditional kind of gal, but she likes to mix it up with some modern touches here and there. She has a quirky little lamp here, a little phone to call all her friends. I feel like she's gonna be constantly calling up Daisy and gossiping. Again, I feel like Minnie would love to entertain some Valley villagers here, so I gave her a beautiful little living room area. I thought that that partition against the wall was a perfect way to incorporate some more yellow into the space. And then I added in some plain white couches, this gorgeous little TV set, and I added a yellow camera on top so she could capture some memories with her guests, as well as a cute little bottle of perfume because she seems to be a girly kind of gal, you know what I mean? Over here, I kept the same bed because this bed is just perfect for Minnie Mouse, and she has a cute little photo of Mickey displayed on the wall next to her bed, as well as the Mickey Mouse clock, which I just felt like was perfect to incorporate in her home. I feel like if Minnie's house in-game actually looked like this, I would be wanting to spend a lot more time in there. I really just am not a big fan of her current house layout, which is why I decided to redesign it. What do you guys think of this home redesign? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you could redesign any villager's house in the game, which villager would you choose first? Hopefully we'll be able to actually give these villagers in-game home makeovers, but until then, maybe this will give some inspiration to the devs on how they can further improve these villager houses because they deserve better. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how I would redesign these villager homes, and don't forget to like and subscribe.